All right. So probably no shot. I do this intro justice, but I'll do my best because the three gentlemen in front of me they're poets, they're musicians, they're hobby ambassadors. Honestly, that's just the icing on the cake because they work with kids and they work with families and they help make the world a better place. And we'll get into a little bit of that today. But Collectable, our sponsor, they're throwing a show called the Mint Collective, which is going to be incredible. Vegas is awesome. These gentlemen will be there. And they approached us. They wanted to do an innovator series. So we're like, what does that mean, right? Like everybody kind of is an innovator. But the kind of the idea bulb came in my head. I was like, these guys are innovating because no one else is doing it like that, right? So the guys in front of me, I'm not going to be able to say their nicknames. They'll introduce themselves in a second, but you know them. I guarantee you've known them because people repost their stuff, they share their stuff, they put it on the story. People take it and then copy their content. It's the RPS guys, Rip, Pack, Slab, and their content's funny. They're never involved in drama. They bring good vibes to the space, and I think we need that. So without further ado, I want to introduce the RPS guys. Thank you for being on the Innovator series here by Collectable.
Hey, sir. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
I want to try. I want to see if I remember. Rip Hamiltopps.
Rip Hamiltopps.
Rip Hamiltopps. Yeah, I messed up the first one.
We have to get you a T-shirt. Rip Hamiltopps.
Oh my God. I mean, Slabby Sosa. Slabby Sosa is my favorite one. Yes, I need a T-shirt. It's like 3X though. Slabby Sosa, PeterPackman, Rip Hamiltopps.
Yep.
Rip Hamiltopps.
Rip Hamiltopps.
You're Rip Hamiltopps. Yeah, you.
I'm Rip. No,
I'm Cage in 2021.
It's a big league chew. That's what?
In 2021, how many people do you know that are childhood friends? Right, you guys are boys from like back childhood friends. Like, when did you guys meet?
Family, cousins,
family,
cousins. Look at that. Blood is thicker.
Yeah,
that's it, man.
Exactly. Blood thicker than water. We used to try and catch him at family parties, but we could never catch him. Right. Like he was always the one we couldn't catch. So me and Todd, we used to play against each other. We went to like different schools. We used to play against each other, elementary school, high school, all throughout.
Y'all already know who used to win all them games.
Seventh grade playoffs, bro. Come on now, bro.
Sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Come on.
Sometimes it doesn't work like that.
I want beef. Here it go.
Yeah, here goes the beef.
So real quick.
Seventh grade hoop beef.
I'll tell you why I like these guys. There's no way you're going to be able to keep control. That's my favorite kind of episode. I love it.
Well, I think we'll do a good job. So real quick, seventh grade, because it doesn't always work like that. Like you guys, right below me right here on the screen is 𝗵𝐵𝐵𝑆𝑡. You guys don't play for the Lions, was in the Olympics, just a fast man. Like let's just call it what it is. But sometimes, the guy that goes pro, he's a late bloomer. Like Kobe Bryant, if you guys don't know, he put up 0 points in his summer league game when he was 11 years old, right? That's 6th, 7th grade. Who was the best athlete? Was it always Ja? And who was like the ladies' man? Who was the class clown? Give us the dynamics growing up.
I got the speed. I got the elusiveness. I got the charisma. They all got it from me. That's what one of our uncles would say. Any one of our uncles would say that, but I'm gonna tap out. They can't outshoot me. I'll shoot better than any one of them.
I'll say for sure, Job. You got to give it to Job. You got to be real. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, man. Oh man, we all married, so ain't none of us ladies, man. So
don't put that evil on us.
Nice try.
Nice try.
So to all of your wives, the Mint Collective is taking place in Boise, Idaho. Nothing to worry about. It's all, everyone's going to behave. What happens in Boise, we'll tell you all about.
A lot of potatoes. Yeah.
That's it. Lots of potatoes, which I like, fried mostly.
When you were in the NFL, were people collecting cards or collecting memorabilia as like your first game ball, right? First time you ever played. Is that something that you took home with you? Like how big is collecting a memorabilia?
I still got my first touchdown game ball. I was sitting in my living room. And the ironic thing is now we're doing all this RPS and I'm rapping about cards and we promoting all these cards. But at the time when I was playing, I was just tossing all my cards away, like signing them, giving them away at every charity event, giving them away. Didn't matter. I didn't even know what the inserts. I didn't know what the numbered cards meant. I didn't even know what PSA was at the time. And so, but it's funny because now I'm on eBay almost like every other day, searching my name, trying to see if I can find some one of ones, some of the rare ones, and then I buy them back. And then like people will message me on eBay and like, holy shit, your job at best. I wouldn't have sold you that. You should have just DM'd me. I would have just but I think it's just funny how now it's like now the card part is like it just clicked, and it was really because of the pandemic. Once the pandemic started, everybody was locked in their houses and stuff, depending on where you at. I mean, I guess, but we're in California, so we was all locked up. And Pack Slab, they started doing skits that were like movie related, but they changed the content to cards, and I had me cracking up. And then I was like, I make music on the side, and I was like, dog, you know, it'd be so funny as if y'all just made one song. And then I sent a beat, we made a hook, we made a song, we put it out, and then the feedback came back, and we was like, oh man. And then we just turned into a whole little Rip Pack Slab. It was so funny and so fast at the same time. That's what I feel like, that vibe you got from us. There's no drama, it's all positivity, it's all for fun. I think that spills out because it was just organic. Like we weren't thinking about what the end product was. We was just having fun. Everybody was locked up, and we were just sharing these cards. They were teaching me a game on how I can actually use the cards as an investment tool and how you can actually make money. But we were still just keeping it fun and light at the same time, and using our comedy, using our poetry, using our beat making skills to just translate that and bring it to the masses, because we felt like particularly our demographic, Black people, minorities, we're lacking in the hobby. I mean, when I first got introduced to the hobby, it was mostly white people. Nothing. I'm not trying to start no beef or nothing like that, but it's just true.
It's true.
The fact. And so we was
and males too.
Yeah, and males.
Right. Yeah.
So we wanted to just add our flavor to the hobby and make it more broad, have it touch eyes that probably haven't seen it before. And we felt like we did a good job of that, and we're going to continue to do that until forever.
I love that, man.
My favorite part of it, right, is this. You know, you go to PeterPackman Instagram, right, Rip Pack Slabs, and, you know, it all shines through. But what you guys put on your profile, the one thing that got me, hobby connectors.
Hobby connectors.
It's amazing. I mean, because that is the... Go ahead. So whose idea?
That's Rez. That's Rez. That's our guy Rez out in San Antonio. That's our guy Reza, the whole crew out there. They're one of the first people in the hobby to like just reach out genuinely and really engage us as far as the hobby card show scene and things like that, and really embrace the music and kind of see the vision or the innovation that we had without even talking. They kind of saw that, and we've just been connected. So they're actually the hobby connectors. You know, they've done a couple things.
But you've taken it and said you're hobby connectors now. That's what you guys call it. And that's why I love it.
It's we. We're together. We together. You know what I'm saying? It's us. It's us.
I love it.
We're here, but we represent a whole community of collectors. You know what I mean? So it's always us, for sure.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of positivity that comes out of it, right? I mean, you can see anybody who looks at the content you're putting out there. And what's funny about it is, you know, Java just mentioned it, how it became like an investment. And once big money is involved, right? Once there's people using it as investment, once people are making money, once people doing that, you know what comes in? Not just profits, negativity. A lot of drama, which you wouldn't think. I mean, we're talking about cardboard, right, with people's pictures on it. You know what I mean? And, you know, athletes. And Java, you know some of these people. Some of them are probably assholes, and yet we're paying a lot of money for some of their causes. You don't have to add anybody. I mean, well, you know, but you understand. I mean, but you guys have none of that. That's the best part of it. It's, you know, I mean, maybe behind the scenes you do. I don't know, but from what you're putting out there, it's real positive, and that's great because honestly, it's not enough of that in the hobby, right? And you guys are just it's straight, it's real, and it's fun, and no one's doing what you do. So I got a question, if I can, for a job, if I'm allowed. Right? Rank these 3 occurrences in your life, right? Maybe I'm just going to say, I know what number 1 is. What comes second and third? Number 1 is meeting me. So I know that. And 2 and 3, where does it rank? First round draft pick, or later on, after you've done all that, after you've played in the NFL, right? it's the 2016 Olympics. It's Heat 7, right? You're repping your country, right? You're ready to get draped in the flag, St. Lucia, right? You're a fast man, right? And Heat 7, you look down the line, and you see Usain Bolt in your heat. Tell me that feeling, because you're fast, but that dude is fast.
That feeling was nuts. I found out that I was racing him that morning, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. Like you don't get too many opportunities to race the fastest man in the world. And my coach kept telling me before the Olympics, he was like, "Are you going to be good? Like it's going to be a sold out crowd. It's the Olympics." And then I kept telling him, like, I played in the league, bro. Like 1,000 people, it's like nothing. Like I'm not going to get nervous up there, whatever. But one thing that kind of slipped my mind in track before the race starts, it has to be dead silent.
Mm-hmm.
And 100,000 people packed into a stadium, and you could hear somebody sneeze at the finish line. That was a very eerie feeling. And in that moment, all I heard was my heartbeat, and my heartbeat just started going faster and faster. And so by the time I like really collected my thoughts, the race was already over. And I was like, wait, did we just run? So like the Olympics and that whole atmosphere, you can't top that. You can't top that. Even with the first round draft pick, even with football, it's just a totally different sport because it's only you. Like when you go into a football game, you're going into war with all your brothers, all your teammates. And so it's like it's a little bit of a different kind of nuance with the anxiety and the pressure you feel. But with track, it's just you out there and you just racing all these other dudes. And it's just a totally different thing. But track is for sure number one, the Olympics. And then right after that, I go with the first round.
Do you feel that anxiety when you guys get on the mic and perform?
No, I really don't, because like I said, this is just fun. So like there's like no forethought almost with this. This is just like art. This is what we create. And so then that's what I love about making music. It's kind of like a release. Like you don't have to think about what happens after you put it out or after you send it or after you perform it. It's like all them songs we made are already done. So it's like it's just a totally different feeling.
Yeah. Pack, I want to go to you because I'll bet you if we polled like 10, 20 people in the hobby, some people don't know that like your day job, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're a principal, right? Like you work with you work with kids.
Yeah,
you work with kids all day.
I'm the dean. So I'm
Very
not
different.
I can't do what the principal do. That's
Okay. I wanted to get it right. So you're the dean of students.
And student dean.
The dean does not. There's a difference. The dean doesn't put the chains on the door and walk around with a bat. That's the principal.
There we
that does
go.
that.
Yeah.
That's Joe Clark.
Yeah.
What school did you go to, bro?
I went to Fair East Side High.
But talk about that, because aside from your music, because that's a big part. I think I think in life there's like leaders and followers, and I think leading is very hard, right? Because there's always a spotlight on you. You come across as a leader, right? Like you're trying to lead the hobby in a direction that it hasn't seen. First, tell people what you do and how you learn from that, but like talk a little bit about what you do outside of just making music, because I think it's pretty cool.
Outside of making music, I do exactly what I wanted to do when I was younger. Luckily for me, I was privileged. I feel like I was privileged in my own right. Our parents were able to put us through private school growing up, you know what I mean? And we were able to be around such amazing human beings. One specifically, 𝐻𝐴𝐾𝐾𝐴𝑆𝐴𝑁, a PE teacher and a coach of ours, and a host of other men and women. I know Job can relate to the communities we grew up in. Your friend's mom was able to whoop you if you wasn't doing something right. You know what I mean? So growing up in a community like that, it's kind of like you set up to be a leader. You know what I mean? You're supposed to once you realize that. So I wanted to be 𝐻𝐴𝐾𝐾𝐴𝑆𝐴𝑁 growing up. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm around kids and I get to give back and make them feel happy and make them feel safe every day. Dean of Students is just a title. I'm there every day. Some days if the custodian not there, I'll be the custodian. If there's a teacher not there, I'll fill in and do whatever. But it's really just being a caring and consistent adult, which we all are in some shape, form, or fashion, in our own communities, in our own families, in our own jobs. That's what makes us who we are. So like you said, Drew, it's just channeling that same exact mentality. We have a family nonprofit organization that we've been running for almost a decade now. At the same time, when Jav has been going around speaking to kids and staff and things like that for a while, we've had a microphone in our hands before we were rapping about it, just trying to inspire and encourage and give back. You know what I mean? On many different levels when it comes to the community. So that's what we all do. At the end of the day, we at home first. We're family men. We all have kids. We all have partners and wives. We're all fortunate. We have our parents, which we love and we care about. You know what I mean? So we try and keep everything family oriented. Then from there is the community. We try and bring the community in. And through those lessons we've learned from our family and the lessons that we've learned from the community, we're able to put that all in the hobby that we love and that we're passionate about. And you know what I mean, at the same time. So that's how everything ties together.
Real quick, Cage. So with this podcast, we started this like a year and a half ago, and we thought that we would just talk. Like, we didn't think that anybody would pay us. We didn't think that we'd get sponsorships or that we'd have any listeners. So like, I feel like you guys, I mean, you started, like you said, right during COVID, and now you have DM for bookings. I want to hear from Slabby Sosa. Like, I mean, I know people are in your DMs. Like, I know you guys are like, yo, come here. Can you perform here? You're going to Vegas, January 20th. What is like the most surprising? Like, what is out of the blue you could have never imagined that this what you guys are doing, your music, could have gotten you to where you are now? Like, what are some surprising DMs or partnerships that you've gotten?
Man, honestly, I mean, the partnerships and DMs, I mean, all that is flattering and, you know, it's appreciated. But for me, honestly, the most surprising thing has been the love. Yeah. Just honestly, overall, the love from everybody. When we first started doing this during COVID, I would have never expected how much we would be embraced. You know what I'm saying? It's been surprising. And even to this day, yeah, when people drop in my DMs and it's just for like just people saying, man, like, I love what you're doing. Like, for me, for us, that means a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? Just for the fact that somebody could just be like, man, just love what we're doing. We're making somebody feel better about what we're doing, you know, bringing positivity into somebody's life. So for me, that's been the most surprising thing. Is just the love we've been getting from everybody.
I like the role model. Yeah, I mean, is it Mr. Allison, Coach Allison? And you remember him and you give him back. And John, you're coaching in your high school, right?
Yeah, I am coaching high school. Yep.
So, I've been these guys walk the walk, they talk the talk.
I've been doing it like off and on ever since I stopped playing football in the league. And so I stopped obviously to run track, but right after track ended, I went straight back to coaching.
I mean, it's great to give back. I wish I had that. My gym teacher in third grade, Mr. Ellis, I'll never forget. He also was a role model to me. He came over to me one day and he said, I want to let you know you are the second best athlete in the entire school. And I said, oh, really? That's amazing. Thank you. I just done a layup, and I think it went in, right? You're the second best athlete in the whole school. And I said, Mr. Ellis, thank you. He goes, everybody else is tied for first. I said, come on. And I remember it till this day. It was horrible. So you had good role models.
That's why you got to get that hot dog championship, man.
That's happening.
Our show, we give like a play every day, like a card that you might have never seen or you might want to look at, or a player that we think is going to pop off. Cage gave a Joey Chestnut play once.
I did.
Facts. Let me ask you guys. I want to ask you. I'll go to Pack and Sosa. Who do you guys collect? Like, who are you guys collecting in the hobby? Like, players.
Look behind Pack.
At the moment.
Well, I was going to ask what that is.
Pack not collecting.
Cards, man. Look at that.
Man,
wax.
For me, I haven't bought any wax, honestly, in a while. But as far as the last year, I'm going to let Pack go because Pack has the actual evidence and visuals for y'all to show what he collects and what he has. He's lining it up all right now just to show y'all.
I'll show you where I'm at.
Little Jared Allen. Cage said the Cavs suck, and I was really upset because this Cavs team is awesome, and I'm a huge Evan Mobley fan.
Yeah. Ian, my son, liked Jared Allen. He's got a cool. I'll ask him if I could bring it to Vegas and give it to you. He's got a cool optic checkerboard.
Oh, let's
Jared Allen. PSA 9. He got a 9 on it. Those checkerboards, tough grade.
That's my cousin on my mom's side.
So he likes Jared Allen.
that's family ties too.
Yeah.
Good character guys in that family. Like anyway, I love guys that when they move teams, they bring like a certain level of hard work to that team. Like that Cavs team is different since 𝐺𝑅𝐴𝐻𝐷 got traded to it. That's just the truth.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean they're talking family, right? I mean, you guys mentioned do you guys open cards with your kids? The kids collect and stuff like that. You do stuff with the children.
Yeah, the kids mostly like Pokemon. They'll open anything, rip anything open,
right?
You know what I mean? But they'll actually take care of their Pokemon cards, the sports cards. They treat them like
Why?
Pokemon's fun. It's shiny. I'll tell you. I mean, the listeners know. Every Friday since COVID started, my son and I, Ian is 8 now. We opened something every Friday, and today was Pokemon. We did a celebrations ETB, so a little bit of fun there. We didn't have anything so great in this one, but he's got some pretty good luck. Ian pulls fire, is what the crew says. But yeah, I mean, that's the best part, right? Because you're talking about like giving back to the community and taking care of the kids. Like this doesn't exist if you don't do that. Like, we were all kids collecting, and I guess that's the follow-up, right? It's great that you do Pokemon. Andrew, get back to that. But as kids, did you guys collect? I mean, was there any kind of hobby what you were doing as children?
I actually collected Pokemon when I was younger, and if I could find that binder, oh my god, I might be up because I have all of them. I'll have all of them, but I don't know where that went because that ended in like 5th grade and. As many places that I done lived and moved, that thing gone. But I never collected sports cards until now. So I was late with that. Like I said, Pack Slab introduced me to really buying and collecting cards and boxes and slabs. Really.
You don't want to get back into Pokemon? The kids are doing it. No, you don't want to get back into it.
No more Pokemon. Them Pokemon ain't real, but they still grow.
They still grow.
They still grow. Look at him. Yeah, he's got it. And you know what they say? It's been said many times. It's a cliche now. I mean, people get injured. You know this. But Charizard doesn't tear his ACL.
That's actually a bar on the Rip song on our songs, man. Yeah, Rip said that. That's a real bar.
Yeah, Pokemon ain't real, but they still grow.
Pokemon had its moment in time, right? Like Logan Paul did that huge box rip. He came out to his boxing fight. He had that Charizard. Do you think Pokemon will have its moment in time again? Do you think it fades off? Like what? Like let me maybe ask it this way: like sports, we have the cycles, right? Players play well, their cards are going to go up in value, and off-season, on-season buying. What moves Pokemon cards? Like, how do you look to which Pokemon cards someone should collect?
I mean, I don't know about which, but it's always going to have its time. Pokemon's a staple, like Job was saying, he was collecting Pokemon, you know what I'm saying, way back in the day. Like, I feel like every age group, when it comes down to it, from probably 40 and under, you know what I'm saying, has some type of recollection or some type of relation to Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? So, its value is going to live forever.
Yeah, these new kids going to be in VR worlds catching Pokemon.
Right, actually
so that'll make the value. Yeah, that'll make the value grow even higher if you got one of the first card prints.
So help us out. We got a dilemma. So my co-host here, he's a really smart man, but he doesn't make the smartest decisions. He bought the entire first edition PSA 10 set. Okay, but he forgot the Charizard.
I didn't buy a Charizard. I bought every other card.
How long ago?
I started in late 17. So okay. I'm in it all right. I'm in it okay. I bought a 9 Zard. I bought a 9 Zard and never got the 10. And I passed on the 10 Zard at like 41, 51, 82, 100. I mean, like so many times up. But because I was still building the set and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it, the whole 9 yards. And then by the time I finished it, the thing was a house,
Hey, but you got a real nice story there, though. That's the only one you missing. You got a nice story there.
That's the only one. Yeah, the only one.
Does he get the 10? Does he sell his house and his family to get the 10?
Get it.
I don't know about the house.
Get it, and then sell the set and get them all back.
Family treat you this weekend.
If you play it right, you can make somebody else pay for it for you. If you play it right, you know what I'm saying.
We'll have to talk off camera about that, though. You know what I'm saying?
I like this.
You know what I'm saying?
You're saying I need a sugar mama.
Hey, that's cool. That's what you want to do, you know? Hey, you know?
Andrew, you want to buy me a Charizard? Hey.
Dude, I'm working on it, man. We work every single day. We have a show. We're trying to do things the right way. We're trying to add value to our audience. We try to give more than we take. Vegas is 2 months away. Go ahead.
Would you trade that one Charizard for your whole set?
So I was just gonna say that. Like that is one of those things, right? So I have switched my collecting strategy since starting to build a set. You know, my son loves Pokemon. That's what got me into it. So like you say, your kids like Pokemon, right? I'm older. You said, hey, 40 and under Pokemon. I have stories
You're
of Pokemon.
41, relax.
I made fun of the Pokemon kids. Like Pokemon 41. I'm older than that. He's being nice. But so Pokemon I was already in like when the Japanese Pokemon came out, I was already in college. When the American Pokemon set came out,
the answer is yes, you would trade your one card.
I don't have the same attachment, right? So that's the thing. But I was building it because I thought it was underpriced. Right. My collection strategy has switched now where I just try to get as many like Grail cards as I can. You know, like I mean, unless it's Michael Jordan, then I just get every Michael Jordan.
Don't we all?
But I'm talking about like one piece. Like I want a Jordan, I got a Jordan PSA 10 rookie. You know, like I want a Jerry Rice, I got the Rice PSA 10 rookie. Like that's what I try to.
He's gotten all of these since he's met me, by the way, guys.
That's sort of true.
Fun fact.
Hey, Ja, do you got anybody
hobby because it got no rules? Hey, it's all good.
You got anybody who followed you to like camp?
How you live?
You know, like Ja's the best, and he only got drafted because of me. You ever have anybody like that? Is it any of these guys? No, right? That's my answer. That's my answer.
We got an uncle. We got an uncle right now. We got an uncle right now that'll take credit for everything.
Oh yeah. That's Uncle Andrew by any chance? Is it Uncle Andrew? Uncle Andy? So anyway, I have thought about that because it's much better, I think, to show off. Remember, we're in like the Instagram world, right? It's all about the flex. Right? If I had something to flex, I'd flex it. It's easier to flex the Zard, the one Zard, like Logan Paul put on your necklace. That I got like 6 boxes, and I'm like this. Look at my set. You know, like it's just not as easy.
You're supposed to stack them. You're supposed to stack them.
That's a bigger flex.
You guys
put it in between a hot dog. Like I'm gonna eat that.
He's supposed to go.
I'm gonna do
the whole set out on a date. For a little
104 card necklace, right? We'll do.
And never call her again. Yo, let me ask you guys: do you think influencers, right? This is like a big deal. We got accounts out there like influencers bring attention to the hobby, but they also pump cards. But if they don't sell, is it bad? Right? Like we're always towing this line of like we want influencers, right? We want more attention. We want more people in the hobby, but like. Well, they should do things the right way. Like, what do you guys think about influencers in the hobby? Like,
it's all a part of the
hobby
game.
got no
That shows that it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Stocks are pumped. You know what I'm saying? Crypto's pumped. Everything's pumped. That shows that it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the game. It's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
The more eyes, the better.
Exactly. The more eyes, the better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the hobby shoos people away. Like, the hobby's like, yo, we don't want your eyeballs. They're not good for us sometimes. And I think it like pushes people away. No,
I mean,
our definitions of the hobby might be a little different. Because
talk to me.
Because you can't in the hobby you can't shoo anybody away.
Right? Yeah.
It's impossible. Like you can't cancel anybody. There's no official league of the hobby. So it's like if there's no official league, like I could be a starter basically in that whole reference. And nobody can tell me I'm not a starter in my own little world. That's what I love about the hobby. It's like it's your own. You can make it what you want to make it.
Andrew, these guys are in your brain. Our first episode, I said my Uncle Larry's gonna be the only person listening to this. He goes, I don't care. I'm the MVP of this hobby league.
Exactly.
Day one. You're right.
Exactly.
He doesn't. He's not just in the league. He's the MVP. Day one. No one's listening. It didn't matter.
There's nobody. Nobody can tell you anything in this hobby.
That's it.
Right.
You make it what you want to make it. Some people want to make it about beef. Some people want to make it about cards. We just want to make it about fun and enjoying it and making that community aspect of it. And like you said, every Friday you rip with your son. Like that's what the hobby is to us. It's like something that you guys could get together and do and bring happiness to life.
All right, since you went so articulate, Ja, I will start with you. You had a great post. If we're talking about fun, this is my most fun topic. Whose card will be worth more in 5 years? The LeBron Topps Chrome 2003 or the Kobe 1996 Topps Chrome? Both PSA 10s.
That's got to be Kobe. If you're asking me, that's Kobe. Easy shot for me.
Yeah, in 5 years, yeah, Kobe. Yep.
Pack?
Got to be Kobe.
Kobe or LeBron? Yeah, I kind of just want to go against them just because they say something.
He's looking for a reason.
Hammer Pack, you LeBron, huh? That's why Drew brought this up. He trying to get you in the corner there, huh? Man, I ain't gonna lie. My heart say Kobe, but I wanna slide with Cage because I feel like he outnumbered over here. I even heard his
Listen,
answer.
I'm gonna say Shaq. I'm gonna say why Shaq get no love.
Big man never get love. Big man never get love.
But that's my favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's. But listen, guys, it's amazing to hear the answer on that because I will tell you, my co-host here, infamous. He is. What do they call them? Bronze lovers, bronze testicles. I don't know what the word exactly is.
They're bots. It's literally bots sponsored by LeBron that are all over the internet telling people he's the best player ever.
He hates
Sorry,
LeBron.
I take that back. I don't hate LeBron.
You do hate LeBron.
I like loyalty. I like loyalty.
He's
Okay,
loyal.
one of Andrew's. I'm gonna tell you an Andrew take, and you guys tell me what you think.
I'm a
about this.
Capricorn,
one of Andrew's,
bro. December
one of his
24th.
best takes ever. The stuff we get the most stuff about is Andrew said since LeBron came in the league, he has not improved. Look at Pac-Man's face.
I can't compete with that because that's not even like that's for me. That's
Dude.
I even compete with that.
When I used to like
been in the league too long. That's impossible.
Right, he's been in 30 years.
30 years.
He's still playing.
Yeah.
How's he not gotten better?
So I used to read like quotes in ESPN or in the magazines, and I'd be like, "How can you misquote somebody like that? Like, how are you not going to put the full quote?"
That's all I
Right? And I'm like, now it makes sense. People just pick out the 3 words without the before and the after, and like the whole 2-hour conversation, they're like, "I'm gonna make you look bad. Got you, bitch."
Oh, it was so great. It was the commentary on that was so good. But basically, the point he was trying to make was that LeBron was given all of these athletic gifts. That basically got out of high school and he was like NBA ready, huge, bigger than anybody else out there.
Where they get them at? Who gave him the gifts?
Who gave
Probably
him
his
the
dad
gifts?
and his mom.
His mom is like, oh. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't even think he's a real human being. That's why I know he gets better because they upgrade him every year.
Download a new update.
Update him every year.
20.0. You gotta get better.
Did you play with Megatron, Java? Did you play with Megatron? Incredible athlete, like.
I'm about to say, heck you! He played with Megatron. What you talking about?
Incredible athlete.
Megatron, Transformers, off that.
Yeah, I thought we were going Transformers. I was getting excited.
I don't talk Transformers and Shia LaBeouf and what's her name's not in it.
Incredible
Megan
athlete,
Fox.
but the craziest thing about Calvin was he was the hardest working athlete I've ever been around. So like he was gifted, like you said about LeBron, has the height, got the speed, got everything that you can measure and tangible. But then he was there at like 5 a.m.
I know one player who worked harder than him.
Getting who you?
No, because I'm a Raiders fan. Jamarcus Russell.
Oh my god.
Jamarcus Russell worked much harder.
Jamarcus
Because that's who the Raiders took over Megatron.
work harder in the fucking eating competition.
Jamarcus. I'll never forgive my team for that. I'm a Raider fan. I've been a Raider fan since I was a kid. And they took Jamarcus Russell over Megatron.
Well, I say thank you because I'd rather play with Calvin than Jamarcus.
What do you think of Stafford at the Rams? You think that they're going to win the Super Bowl? He started out hot, and he's kind of throwing his back to his old form a little.
It takes so much to win a Super Bowl. Like, I can't even say that sentence just because Stafford's there, they're going to win a Super Bowl. But I definitely think it ups the chances. But yeah, it takes so much to win a Super Bowl. So it's gonna take more than just Stafford. They just got to be clicking on all cylinders like they were at the beginning of the year. But every team, every season, you're gonna have those rough patches. So I'm interested to see what they look like when they get out of this little rough patch.
Pack, Sammy, you guys 49ers, Warriors fans?
Man, I'm a Niner fan. I'm not gonna lie. As of late, I don't even like saying fan because fan stands for fanatic. I'm more a root for the 49ers. Like I'm not like no live and die fan anymore like I used to be. But I root for the 49ers though. Warriors, I'm not really a Warrior fan. I like seeing them win because they're the local team. But,
I'm getting old. My eyesight's not so good. But are you wearing a Chargers jersey? Talking about being a 49ers fan?
I'm confusing you.
It's a custom jersey, Cage.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, I can't. I told you, my eyes are old.
RPS jersey. That's an RPS jersey.
That's the RPS jersey.
Oh, look at that.
RPS.
RPS. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys have planned for Vegas, right? Like
Oh,
January
look
20th.
at that. The two different colors. That's nice.
You guys gonna do bring some of those? Let's do some autographs and giveaways. But like, what are you guys gonna be speaking? Are you guys performing? What's Vegas look like? You bringing your families with?
Slow down with the autographs and giveaways. We will be giving away $2,000 in wax though real soon. Shout out Collectable. We will be giving away $2,000 in wax. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But hey, we excited for Vegas. We will be hosting. We will be co-hosting the show with y'all, with Alex. They're going to give us a microphone, and we're going to see what happens with that whenever they give us a microphone. We'll also be on a panel one of the days out there. We'll discuss some things with our guy Josh over there, a car ladder. And then what else, man? And then most excited about is just the music and the entertainment and being able to perform and entertain. And yeah, for those people who may not have had the opportunity to hear RPS music, no one's had the opportunity to see us live. A lot of people don't even know we've made about 50 songs that are out, and we've never been in the same studio together to make one of them. You know what I mean? We made them during the pandemic, and we stuck to the rules. Rip and his wife were having a child during the time, so we were real safe and strict when it came to the pandemic and seeing each other. So we've been real remote with everything we've done. So this coming out party for Rip, Pack, and Slab is it's going to be the first time we've been at a card show together. It's going to be the first time, probably in the count of our hands, even going there, how many times we'll be together. You know what I mean? So we're looking forward to it. We're going to be together leading up until then, practicing and building up and things like that. We got a whole bunch of surprises and engagement things. We want to include the hobby in and a whole bunch of people. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody out there and really just having fun. We want to have fun and see what the moment brings, but really making history on helping, like Rip said, to start it off. Just broaden the hobby and bring more eyes and ears to the hobby and make it more inclusive for everyone and everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what you like, you can add value to this space. So that's what we want to show people firsthand. So that's what we're going to do along with everybody else.
Love that. And by the way, two things. One, love it. It just shows you what happens to COVID. You know, people find a way. You know what I mean? Look what you guys did during this, even though you were, locked away from each other. Andrew and I had, 300 and something episodes recorded before we even met each other.
Yeah, never met.
Did
Met
our
at National.
first year's worth of episodes, and July 17th until the following July 27th, we met for the first time at National. We had never even been in the same physical space. So this past one, first time we met each other. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So we're with you on that. It's
Rule number one: no excuses. Play like a champion.
That's it. Just do your thing, man. So, and number two, I'm trying to make this work. I've offered a sizable amount of money to Collectable for this that I can sponsor on main stage. My man Andrew has seen the movie 8 Mile about 1,000 times. He considers himself the next B-Rabbit, and he wants to battle. He wants to battle you guys. He wants to
battle.
He wants to battle. All three of you against him.
You know how to battle works? It's one-on-one.
It doesn't matter. You want to take on.
That's not how we do. This is one.
They're a team.
RPS is one.
We still a one-on-one.
Yeah, they're the free world. That's the free world. It's Papa Doc in the free world, and you be Rabbit. That's what he tells me.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
I don't compete in things I'm gonna get dominated and crushed
Let's
in.
do a song though. We could do a song. We could do a song easy.
Oh yeah.
Hop on a song one
get you
time.
the boot. Yeah.
That's it. There we go. You're in. I'll do it too. I don't care. That's it. Listen, I only sing one song, Puff the Magic Dragon, and I do it in the nude in my shower, in the shower. So you guys might have some trouble.
We're gonna bring the mic and everything. We're gonna make a whole album in Vegas.
Sweet.
I gotta be honest. So, like, you guys are the people listening to this. They're gonna hear this maybe 3, 4, 6, 8 weeks before the show. It's gonna air sometime in early December. Is the plan. Think about this. You got Vegas, we got entertainment, you got hobby folks, you got conversations. Dude, you're going to leave that trip. You're going to have a blast. You're going to meet a ton of people. There's going to be a ton of value. A lot of the big wigs are there, so you're going to know where the hobby's headed in the next 5-10 years.
Right.
But you're also going to have cool-ass people there who are going to make it fun, right? So you're going to learn and you're going to have fun. I think it's a no-brainer. Like, honestly, going to the show, I think it's going to be super fun. This episode kind of put it over the top because we are just starting recording this segment. So I love that you guys are the first ones we've done it with. Anything you guys want people to know, anywhere, you want them to follow or support? You have anything going on where they like maybe buy merch, or like, how can people out there who are listening and are like, we love these guys' vibes, we want to be a part of it? What can they do?
RipPackandSlab.com. We have a website where links to merch is on there. One Mint Collective, when we'll be at the One Mint show. Everything you need to know about RPS is there with links and information to find out more information about us on there. iTunes, Tidal, Amazon, all streaming platforms. You can Google Rip Hamiltopps, PeterPackman, Slabby, Sosa, individually or together, and our catalog will pop up. SoundCloud, we even have more songs added to there as well too. On your Instagram, TikToks, and Twitters, you can pull us up, our music up by looking up those same names and use them on the reels as well too. Yeah, anything else? What about something I'm missing? That's pretty much, I think, it from my end.
What do you blockchain too? You can find us on the blockchain too.
Audience, blockchain. Yeah. Music on blockchain too.
Wait, hold on.
The merch we got.
Oh yeah. And then be ready, RPS video game dropping real soon.
Nice.
It's gonna be on
video game.
You'll be able to play as Rip Pack or Slab. Who can collect the most? I'm mad right now. I was just playing it because Rip is in the lead by a lot right now.
What I tell you at the beginning of the interview, who is always winning the games?
Oh, listen.
Wait for the game. Damn, wait for the game.
That's it. He's even the video game.
Even the video game
is Mint Collective, guys. We're gonna be able to see these guys there. If this episode is any indication, this is going to be a blast. These guys are everything that's good about the hobby. Love having you guys part of it. Love, that you guys are doing it obviously for the right reason. It's family. Go ahead, Andrew.
Two last quick questions. Sorry, Cage.
Sweet.
People rip a ton. Like, do you rip cards, or like kids in your school? Like, do you guys do like a holiday drive or anything like that with them? Right? Because I'm sitting here thinking, like, we rip so many cards, and like it would be nice to give away some of those singles and give them to the young kids. Like, is there anything that you guys do? I feel like you've done it last year, but I don't want to, kind of bite my tongue later.
We've been doing that since before we were even RPS, and like I said, that's just me personally. We're giving away all my cards because, like, when you sign one of those deals, they just ship you a box of all the cards. They don't have any autos on them or anything, but you just have copies of all the cards. And like I said, my knowledge of the hobby was bad back then. So like I would go through, look in the drawer, find whichever one was shiniest, whichever one had the most stuff on it, and just hand those out, handing all the good ones out. And
so how about this? If you guys are listening out there,
I only got like weak base cards in there.
Well, let's do this. If people out there are listening, send one of them a DM. Send them a DM to PeterPackman. All their links are tagged, and I'll tag them in the YouTube description too. Send a DM if you want to send some of your cards their way. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
Absolutely. And even more than that, some people who may be listening may not relate to cards in that way, you know what I'm saying, or may not have that to give. So if you have anything you would like to give, you can reach out to us, because we, like Rip was saying, we've been having holiday initiatives for like almost the past decade now. And maybe somebody wants to give a sweater. Maybe somebody wants to give a brand new toy. Maybe you just want to give a gift card. There's a host of things you can do, whatever your heart desires. If that's what you want to do, and if there's a cause that we can provide it through and help do that, we could be that vehicle for you for sure.
Second question, you're on the blockchain. What does that mean? I'm interested. Are you guys like
music? They got that music on the blockchain.
I could buy your song?
Yeah, something like that. Not yet. See, we put it on the blockchain, but we haven't minted anything yet. So if you go to Audius Music, you'll be able to listen to our music. So it's available via blockchain, but it's not minted, so everybody can listen to it. We're putting some other plays together and things together before we get it real minty and minted at the same time.
Oh man, I love it. Any final words, Cage?
These guys are the best. I'm going to send you some stuff also, but I got to tell you, I mean, I just sent to a teacher here in New York. I'm the guy who, even though the kids want all of the Lebrons and the LaMelos and the Anthony Edwards, I send the 90s basketball cards, and I put a little note in. I'm like, teach these guys who Hakeem was. Yeah. You know what I mean? Teach your kids who played back in the day. Show them what the Dream Shake is all about. So maybe you get some mystery stuff from me for these kids. They might not like it, but I'll make you work for it. But listen, guys, we appreciate you having. I can't wait to to meet you guys in person at Mint Collective. And I mean, look, think about the show that's being put together for January. I mean, these guys alone talk about hobby innovators, bringing music, family, and fun to the hobby. How do you beat that? Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Appreciate. Hey, we appreciate y'all for sharing this platform and for really inviting us on. Shout out Collectable, but more importantly, y'all two gentlemen, for real. As Rip was saying earlier, to be black in this space hasn't always been the most welcoming and warming. So anytime that somebody opens up their platform and invites us in with open arms and shows empathy, as Drew has done outside the hobby without even putting it on blast on some real human being type stuff, it's appreciated for sure. The energy is felt more than the words could ever be heard. So thank y'all.